Reading can be beneficial for you and your family, but reading to other members of your household can also be good. WGM Sydney Lyerly has the benefits for your special someone and how one local organization is using a recent innovation to its fullest.
Fluffy cat, fluffy cat.
Reading to your cat is something most people probably have never done, but it actually can be quite beneficial for the cat.
It tunes them in, so it tunes out the stress.
By reading to your cat, you're actually providing them with a quiet moment to relax.
It's like listen to a podcast or to an audio book where you can kind of get lost in it. They might not understand the words, but they understand the tone.
Hearts of Hancock Humane Society is providing that peaceful space for their cats with their newly renovated cat habitat. Humane Society board member Donna Naderhoff says the habitat has been on the property for many years, but was beginning to rot and splinter. Using grant money administered through the Community Foundation, the Humane Society was able to renovate the space to make it safer and more accessible for the cats. When in the habitat, the cats can look outside, enjoy scratching posts and cat perches, and there's space for people to sit and read to the cats.
So they can watch wildlife when it's coming around and be entertained and have a more natural environment into which to live daily.
The habitat provides a cage-free environment for cats, which Naderhoff says is beneficial for their health.
If you can imagine sitting in a room with no TV, no internet, no books, nothing to color or anything to do, it can really affect your health. And what we want to adopt out animals that are stable mentally and physically.
Whether you're sitting and reading to a cat or playing with one, Naderhoff says the space allows adopters to truly see each cat's personality, making it easier to find them the perfect home. In Carthage, Sydney Lyerly, WGEM News.